Hi everyone, it's Saul. This is an Adam's apple. It's a piece of cartilage which sits just above the thyroid gland and surrounds the larynx or voice box. And as you can see in my case,
it is fucking massive.
Now everybody has an Adam's apple. That is to say, under normal circumstances, every human being should have a piece of cartilage around their voice box. If you didn't have one, you'd barely be able to speak, because this cartilage effectively acts like the resonating chamber in a string instrument, giving your voice depth and volume. Of course, as with many other aspects of human anatomy, there is an element of sexual dimorphism at play in the Adam's apple. Males tend to have larger, more prominent Adam's apples, while the female Adam's apple tends to be much smaller and is often not externally visible. Cue bioessentialists who don't understand how sexual dimorphism works and falsely believe that only men can have Adam's apples while women can somehow miraculously speak without this essential piece of human anatomy. As a side note, just in case you were wondering, yes, the size and shape of the Adam's apple does contribute to the sound of one's voice, and surgical intervention may, and I stress may, yield a higher pitched voice in trans women. Again, this is because the Adam's apple acts as a resonating chamber, so the larger it is, the deeper your voice will be. Usually, the larynx is actually a much larger contributor to this. Adam's apples have long been viewed as a dead giveaway of somebody's birth sex, again because of the aforementioned sexual dimorphism. It doesn't help that the Abrahamic religions have attached their own mythology to the Adam's apple, claiming that all men have one because Adam, the first human, was supposedly cursed by God to have a piece of fruit from the tree of knowledge lodged in his throat for all time. In reality, of course, everybody has an Adam's apple, and while it's not my intention to talk down on anybody's religion, it is factually incorrect to suggest that the Adam's apple is an exclusively male characteristic. So if everybody has an Adam's apple, why are transphobes so obsessed with them? Well, once again, it comes down to a misunderstanding of how sexual dimorphism exhibits itself in secondary sex characteristics. As with every secondary sex characteristic, the size and shape of the Adam's apple can vary wildly from person to person, regardless of their sex. But some people seem to have a hard time grasping this concept, because it would make things so much easier, and fit their narrative a lot better, if all males had visible Adam's apples and all females didn't. Once again, that's not the case. God forbid a transphobic talking point stand up to any kind of scrutiny. To all my trans ladies out there, it's okay to have a visible Adam's apple. If it gives you dysphoria, then by all means you are entitled to seek surgical intervention, but please remember, no matter what transphobes try to tell you, there are plenty of cis women with visible Adam's apples. It doesn't make you any less of a woman than it does them. That's all from me for today, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!